in this video we are going to learn and understand the basic structure of IP packet, and the IP stands for Internet Protocol. So it is a third layer protocol in OSI model. So it is used for communicating data across packet switched internetwork. So it delivers the packets from the source host to the destination host based on their addresses. So start your network analyzer tool. So hence I connected to the Wi-Fi. Click on the network interface. So the packets will getting captured. So for a simple scenario, we need to apply the ping command. Go to the start button and type cmd and open the command prompt. Type ipconfig to know the IP address of your computer. So this is the default gateway of your computer. So just type apply ping command to your default gateway, that is ping 192.168.43.1. Then click on enter. So you can see in the backend that the ICMP packets are generated. Stop capturing and select any one of the ICMP packet. So you can see here is the IP packet header that is highlighted in the data view window. Just click on this and expand it. So in the IP packet header, these are the fields that are present in the IP packet header. So by selecting the version as which is highlighted in the form of hexadecimal numbers, the version of the IP packet, that is of here the version is about 4 and that is highlighted in the data view window. And the next field is called header length. The complete length of the header is given, that is of 20 bytes, and that is also highlighted in the hexadecimals in the data view window. And the next field is differentiated services field. These are the different services that is as the part of the IP packet header. So by expanding this, so these are the differentiated services, that is of code pointer, that is given the value of default 0, and explicit congestion notification, that is not ECN capable transport given. And here is the total length, that is of 60, that is highlighted in the data view window of in the hexadecimal numbers. So here is the total length that is given. Identification, is of 0 into x 0 d6d, and this value is highlighted in the data view window in the form of hexadecimal numbers as differentiated services. So the differentiated field contains 5 subfields that specify the precedence, delay, throughput, and reliability and cost desired for a packet. So bits from 0 to 2 is called as precedence, and bit 3, that is equals to 0 0, that is a normal delay, and 1 is equals to low delay. So these are the in-depth differentiated services fees. As if now we are going to learn about the ECN. And what is the use of this ECN? ECN stands for the early congestion notification. So it just notifies, the purpose of the ECN is to notify whether the congestion is going to form or not. If it is going to form, it just notifies it. So the host can set these values to say whether there is a congestion in the wire. So here it is given the explicit congestion notification not ECN capable transport. So this indicates that the not explicit congestion notification, that is, it shows that the no early congestion notification during the transport of the packet, that is shown in this. And here there will be an other field parameter of EC, that is also stand for experiencing congestion. Instant communication, these values are set to 0 by the host itself. So you can see here are the values that are of highlighted in the data view window, that is of 0 0, and it is by defaultly set by the host. So next is the total length. Total length, that is of 60 byte. Total IP packet length is of 60 byte. Only the header length is of 20 bytes. So here the total length is equals to 60 bytes. And the next field is called as identification. So this is a 2-byte value that identifies the datagram, as the identification value is unique for every packet that is transmitted on the wire. So these are the flags. The next field is called as a flags. Expand it. So these are the parameters, and these are the subfields of the IP header of field called flags. So fragment offset is set to 0, time to leave. Just expand these flags. So you can see here is the 0 reserved bit. What is the value of the reserved bit? That is highlighted in the data view window of 0. And don't fragment is 0. 0 means that the fragment is that the packet cannot be fragmented. By selecting this, we can able to see that whether the packet can be fragmented or not. So here is the fragment offset, that is of 0. Fragment offset, the size of this value is of 13 bits. 13 bits. The relative position of the fragment measured from the beginning of the original datagram in units of 8 octets, that is of 64 bits. So here the value of fragment offset is of 13 bits. So if this communication was fragmented across multiple IP packets, this would tell us how to reassemble that for communications. By that we get a clarity of the packet from the source to destination, and by this value we can reassemble the packet header, and all the communications can be reassembled. So next field is called as TTL, that is the time to leave value. So this time to leave value tells how many routers a datagram can pass through. So each router decrements this value by 1 until it reaches to 0. So after the datagram reaches to 0, it is discarded. This keeps misrouted datagram from remaining on the internet forever. So here the TTL value is 128. In the above figure, this is represented as EIT in the hexadecimal numbers. So these hexadecimal numbers can be converted to the decimal numbers using some calculations. So by this, the exact value can be converted to the decimal value for the easy analyzation. So next is protocol. So this represents the type of high level protocol that is in use. So in this, it is represented as in the value of hexadecimal numbers, which means that the ICMP is the high level protocol coming next. So this is a high level protocol that is coming next, that is of 0, 1. Header checksum, and the next field is called as a header checksum. So the header checksum is used to ensure the integrity of the header values. So from the source to destination, it just checks the integrity of the header, whether any changes happen in between the transmission from source to destination or not. So it is just ensures the correctness of the communication. So it is comprises of 2 bytes of the total IP header. So by selecting this, you can see it is highlighted in the hexadecimal numbers, that is of 559C, and the status of the header checksum is given unverified. So here you can see the source address, the main parameter in the IP packet, that is source address, as we ping from the system where the source address is of 192.168.43.102, and the destination address, that is the default gateway, that is of 192.168.43.1. So by selecting the source address, the highlighted thing in the hexadecimal numbers, that is of C0A8 2B66, and the destination address, that is also highlighted in the hexadecimal numbers of C0A8 2B01. So these are the entire description of the internet protocol version and the various fields that are present in the internet protocol. So as the source and the destination address, the size of source address is of 32 bits and the destination address is of 32 bits. So these are the basic header fields of the IP packet. As we learn how to generate IP packet and how to analyze the IP packet using network analyzer tool, and what are the various fields that are present in the IP packet, we discuss.